The RAF GR7 Harrier is currently operating with 3 frontline squadrons.
Tower 991 ready for departure.
Welcome to 4 Squadron. Tonight's show is packed with G-force. I'm clear for takeoff. Let's go bargain hunting. I'm here at RAF Cottesmore to meet a special bunch of guys. They're all part of 4th Squadron, and they've just returned from the Gulf. When the boys were stationed in the Gulf, they wrote to us.
This may sound a little sad, but we're all missing our daily bargain hunt fix, as there is a distinct lack of British TV. I know what you're thinking. Grown men in the Royal Air Force away at war, what could they possibly want? So I'll tell you what, David, I'll cut to the chase. We were hoping for something from you to brighten up our lives while we're in this bargain hunt-free country.
We couldn't have that, bargain hunters, so we sent them some supplies and invited them to take part in the show when they returned from their tour of duty. I'm looking for some guys who fancy themselves as bargain hunters. Any volunteers?
Did you say bargain hunt?
Let me introduce you to tonight's teams. First of all, the red team and team leader Charlie. How are you doing, Charlie?
Fine, thank you.
How many years have you been in the RAF?
I've been in the RAF 15 years.
Now, you had a taste of this little number before you came into the RAF. What was that?
I used to work in a knicker factory.
I don't suppose elastic would wind up one of these little babies.
No.
OK, now this is Paul. Now, Paul, the name of the job is propulsion technician. Now, what does it mean?
Basically, it just means working on all the engine side of the aircraft.
I'll tell you what, there's a lot of work and there's a man's life on the line in there as well. OK, now, Steve, you've just come back from the Gulf serving your country. What was it like out there?
Hot, cramped, hard work.
Now, a little baby like this, I mean, how's it going to react under conditions with the sand?
Yeah, it's not too bad, really. It's just a matter of being professional and cleaning up as you go along.
OK. Can you go out there? Can you do bargain hunting? And can you wipe the floor with these lads over here?
Yes, no problem.
Well, that's what we want to hear. Let's meet the blue team and the team captain, Stan. How many years have you been in the service?
18 years now.
How many years to go?
I've got another 4 years left, but hopefully promotion's looming.
What to?
Sergeant.
Congratulations to you. Now, you've got a nickname, haven't you, Matt?
It's the albino.
I'm going to call him the Iceman. He looks like the Iceman. He looks cool as well, and I think you'll do all right. You've got a bit of a chance because you know something about all things old, don't you?
Oh, I collect old coins, though.
How many have you got?
I've got about 500 at the moment.
Do you fancy your chances today?
Yeah, I think we'll beat them.
Now, Brett, you had a dream as a young lad, and what was that?
It was to join the Air Force, get a technical job to work with my hands, really.
Now, I've got to ask you this. Has it lived up to your expectations?
Yeah, it's been fabulous. I've had a great life, travelling around.
Now, I'm going to march these guys down to the fair. Attention! By the left, quick, march! Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Today we're at the Jaguar Antiques Fair in the beautiful grounds of Kedleston Hall in Derbyshire. Our experts are ready to scramble for the best bargains. We have the Red Baron, alias Charles Hanson, for the red team, and the Flying Ace, Kevin Jackson, for the blue team.
Squadron Leader Hanson.
Captain Jacko.
Visibility is good, excellent flying conditions.
Well, let's fly low and let's bring some bargains back to the nest.
Scramble!
Left! Left! I'll give you £500.
You'll give us £500.
And our 4 bargains to be found.
And our 4 bargains to be found.
Experts, they will help you choose.
Experts, they will help us choose. Don't blame us if you lose. We won't blame you if you lose.
Real Bobby Dazzlers you must get.
Real Bobby Dazzlers we must get.
To try and make a big profit.
Try and make a big profit.
At the auction, if I do.
At the auction, if we do.
The profit will go to you.
The profit will go to us.
Money.
Money.
Experts.
Experts.
Bargains.
Bargains.
Let's go.
Hey-ho.
What do you bargain hunters think of that? We'll come back with the usual tat.
Over here. Got that there. Interesting. There you go.
This is quite nice.
I'm going to pass you one end. Skip.
Right.
There you go.
What is it?
It's a
Yeah,
nurse's
that's nice.
belt. Can you see here? Is it beautifully chased? Here on this one floral single sprig, all the way around. Very nice.
Silver?
It is. It is
That'd be
silver.
solid silver.
Solid silver. And can you see each link is hallmarked? The date code, the K, is for 1909. The Lion Passant, 92.5% sterling silver. And the hallmark is Birmingham. You've got the little anchor there. I like it a lot.
How much is it valued at now?
It's on at £115, okay?
If we can get it for below 195, say, I think we've got a real chance.
Charlie, spot on.
The red team have bought their first piece. Will it fly high or will it fly low? You can win this amazing meerschaum pipe in tonight's competition. All you've got to do is tell me, out of all the pieces they buy, which single piece will make the biggest profit, if any, and which will make the biggest loss. And you could fly away with this wonderful pipe. Ring 0900 1800 300 or log on to bbc.co.uk/antiques.
Well, what do you think to these, lads? These look quite nice.
Yeah, I quite like them actually. I like the blue liners. They're very nice.
What do you think to these?
Suspect.
They're table salts. These are silver. They looking at the hallmark, we've got a Georgian cipher there, so that probably will sort of date them to the late 18th century.
Right.
They're little table salts, and they would have sat along a sort of big mahogany or big oak table.
Right.
Also nice that they have these Bristol blue glass liners, and they appear to be the original liners. Yeah, I like them. They're nice. I think they've got a good chance if they're the right sort of
They'll
price.
fit in anywhere really, I suppose, won't they? Or a silver collector. Or...
Well, that's it. I mean, early silver is always sought after, both here and overseas. So.
Okay.
I like them. I think
Yeah,
we
I
should
do
have
as
a
well,
go
yeah.
at these.
If you get them for the right price, yeah, we'll take them.
How much are they, mate?
295. That's...
If they're about 100 quid cheaper,
Yeah, do
then
you
I'd
reckon?
say.
You've been making a bit of a profit.
Well, they've
on
got
that.
a chance. So.
Well, I'll have this for my pick.
Yeah.
I'll see what I can do with them.
All right, nice spot, mate. Nice spot.
Lovely.
Right, let's go get something else.
All right.
Hey up. What do you think to this? Charles.
Hawkeyes.
This is nice.
Very nice table.
Yeah.
Date-wise, George III. Okay, it's George III, the top's oak, and again on nice oak square tapered legs. It has had some restoration. Okay,
Right. Yeah,
running
nice.
along here.
Split down there. Is that going to affect it any?
It will affect value, Charlie. You're absolutely right.
Right.
It does tilt up as well. If you want to tilt the top up, there you go. Nice base top.
table. Card table.
Mahogany here.
This hinges fit.
Mahogany
Nice.
frames.
Hinges nice.
Hinges are okay.
Yeah.
Again, turn it upside down. Let's have a look
Right,
at it.
okay.
So be careful when we lift it. To the top, there we go. Oh dear. There's a concern. All along here, there's some quite obvious woodworm. However, I hope it's dead. And the way to check, tap it, and you can see there's no dust coming out, which really means that's age-old woodworm, hopefully from the last century.
It's valued at £85. It's got the woodworm. Is that going to affect the price?
It will affect the price. What's it worth, Paul?
I'd want to knock £25 off it. I'd
Try
say about
60.
£60?
That's about right.
Yeah, I've got for that.
If we can barter £60, thereabouts, we could hopefully swoop on it and buy it.
I've been flying by the seat of my pants for over 30 years in the antique game, but you could have an easy ride. All you've got to do is log on to our website, bbc.co.uk/antiques, and you could be bang on target.
What about a clock here, lads?
What, this one?
Come on, Stan, let's get serious. I was on about the one next to it.
Oh, the
little
pretty
enamel one there.
Yeah, that's quite nice, actually.
What do you reckon, Kev? Have you got a chance?
Initially, I was going to say no. Clocks at the auction just don't do very well. This one, though, is a little bit different. It's a little, I would say, probably ladies' travelling clock. I would say it's probably European, going to date from the sort of Edwardian period, sort of 1900, 1910. Very, very sweet. It's lovely that it has this sort of pretty enamelled dial and also this lovely enamelled sort of frame, if you like. But yeah, a nice thing.
Has that got a functional movement, do you think?
I would say probably not. The only thing is, with a clock like this, if you were to buy it and put it into the auction, it would probably be bought by a specialist who would undertake that work himself.
What about the overall condition, do you think?
It's a little bit frail, and obviously it's been well loved. The material's starting to rub a little bit, but at the end of the day, the main thing, the enamel, it's all there.
Right.
I'll find out how much it is. Excuse me, how much is it, please?
195.
195.
It's pretty. If I'm perfectly honest, then if it came into my sale room, I would probably say an estimate of about 100 to 200. So if you are going to go for it, you're going to really have to fight on that price.
Now, if you fancy having a very special dinner party and inviting round some of your friends, why not consider buying something like this, a cruet set? It's decorative and it's very, very usable. You have a collection of bottles in a silver-plated frame here. This example is Edwardian. It's in perfect condition, but let me say this to you. Have a look at the bottles very carefully. Make sure that the cut is perfect, there are no cracks and no chips, and that all the bottles conform. They are vulnerable, they do get broken, and they get replaced. In particular, take the stopper out. Check that it's perfect, that it's a nice tight fit, and that will preserve the contents. Now this example, silver plate cut glass, is £70. It's Edwardian. Now if you were having His Grace round, the Duke, may I suggest you push the boat really out and buy a Bobby Dazzler like this. Cut glass, solid silver, Victorian, £600. And believe you me, it's as cheap as chips.
Chaps, I'm exhausted. There's 5 minutes to go. Can we buy it? It's very nice. It really is. It's salt glazed stoneware. It's in the style of Royal Dalton.
It is dull.
Thank you. it's in the style of Royal Dalton, nicely sprigged, silver mounted, hallmarked, clear, concise. London, 1905. Can you see just here? And again, the cover, similarly decorated, similarly moulded, hallmarked as well. Important thing is condition, in good condition.
It spent half its life in a cupboard under the stairs, that's why.
Well looked after. £85 we can have it. Can we go 85?
Come on, let's
do
get
it. 85.
You know, is that, Matt? What about this?
What's that? What have you seen there, Stan?
I know it's silver again, but I don't know, I quite like the top on it.
But it doesn't say BH.
Yeah, bargain on unfortunately it's BDM. Do you reckon, Kev?
That looks quite nice. Again, I would say it's probably Edwardian, about sort of 1910 in date. It's a scent bottle. A lady would have had it on a dressing table and sort of had it filled with a sort of favourite scent. It's what we class as a globular body, and it has some nice cut glass decoration around it, and it also has this very nice star-cut base. Nice silver top. Both the cover and the collar are hallmarked, which is always a good sign. And very nice having the original interior stopper as well.
Right, so they normally go missing then, do they, these stoppers?
90% of the time that is usually gone, yes.
Right, I see.
Main thing is condition, which is fine. 1 or 2 dents in the top, but that's not really too serious.
What about the price though? £115.
I think that's probably what it's worth at the sale.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to work on that.
So if we go for around £80, say?
That's it. Have a fight and
Yeah.
see what you can get it for.
The teams have made their final choices. Which are the duffers? Which are the Bobby Dazzlers? Each item is clearly marked with a small number. If you want to enter the competition, the information is coming up now. Will it be aces high for the red team with number 1, the George III oak card table? Number 2 is the brown salt glazed biscuit jar. Will it be Roger, Wilco and out for number 3, the nurse's belt? Will the blue team enjoy the sweet smell of success with number 4, the Edwardian scent bottle? Number 5 is the Edwardian travel clock. And their last item, number 6, is the silver salts. Ring us on 0900 1800 300 or log on to the website. Do the teams have a profit in their sights as they make their way to the auction? Today's auction is at Bigwoods in Stratford-upon-Avon, the home of William Shakespeare. Now, are we going to make any money? I'm stood with Christopher Ironmonger, who is the auctioneer here at Bigwoods in Stratford. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
OK, the first team is the red team. The contestants are Charlie, Paul and Steve, and the expert on the day was Charles Hanson. Let's see what items they bought. Described as a George III, simple oak card table, a fold-over table, and you look inside and there's a beige interior. I think it probably started life as a tea table and would have been veneered all the way round inside. But I don't think that makes much difference because for 60 quid, well, what do you get for 60 quid? It's not a lot of money. I can see a small profit. What do you think, Christopher?
I think it's got potential, David. We've estimated it at 60 to 100. It has had a bit of work done to it. It's had a bit of repair on one of the legs, but nevertheless, I think there is a profit to be made in it.
Now, the next item is a Royal Dalton, certainly Royal Dalton style. There's no mark on it. It is salt glazed, a biscuit jar, and it has these silver mounts to it. The mounts are London, 1905, 85 quid. Well, it looks all right, but I think it's just about the money. I'm going to say a small loss there, but it won't surprise me if it makes a profit. What do you think about that?
Well, it's a nice piece. It's got the hounds racing round and other decorative scenes, but it's unfortunate it doesn't have the Dalton stamp mark. That would have helped it. I think it will be a small loss, probably.
Next item is an Edwardian silver-linked nurse's belt. We have these silver pieces here on a piece of elastic. There are some decorative silver buckles. They've got a very Art Nouveau style to them. It's 1905 Birmingham, the silver mark. £95 was paid, and I think it's about the money. But what do you think?
I'm afraid I think it's going to be a loser.
OK, we think a little bit expensive. Next up is the blue team. Stan, Matt and Brett. Expert of the day was young Kevin Jackson. Now, their first choice was an Edwardian scent bottle, silver mounted. 1906 is the silver mark. It's in good, original condition. There's a nice tight fit to the top here, and I particularly like the stopper to be perfect. Nice snug fit there, so no evaporation from your perfume. £80, good buy, good profit. What do you think about that?
It's a quality item, and I think there's a profit in it.
We both think there's a good profit in that. Edwardian travel clock described as, or a late 19th century clock in a leather case. I really like this. It's decorative, it's continental. There's a lovely decorative enamel scene of a courting couple, gilt metal decoration to it, 150 quid. And I'm going to say there's a profit on that. What do you think about it, Christopher?
I agree. I think it could go well with the right following there.
OK, the last item up is silver salts. There's a pair of them. They're Georgian, 1797, boat-shaped. They've got Bristol blue liners for the salt. £200 is a good price, but they're a good-sized item, and I think they're about the money. But which way is it going to go, Chris?
I think we're going to struggle. They are nice quality items, nice shape to them, nice appearance. I think they might scrape in with them, but I think it'll be a tight race. OK,
you've seen all the items. It's time to make your choice. Which do you think? Which are the winners? Which are the losers? Have you spotted it yet? I think we know which is a good piece, don't we, Christopher? The auction's about to begin, and the lines for the competition are now closed. Now, I found something here which I think is speculative. What we've got appears to be a pair of portraits, oil on canvas, of the late 18th century in decorative carved gilt wood frames. Now, the catalogue says that what these are is a process, a print on a canvas and then coated with varnish. But it's apparent when you look at them, whatever they are, there is considerable age with them. When you take them off the wall and have a look at the reverse, there you see it is canvas, it is dirty, it is grubby. And here is the stretcher. There's age with that. So what are we to think of these pictures? Is this a process or is it a real oil painting? My gut instinct immediately tells me, no, they are prints, they're an oleograph. But they're worth speculating on because the catalogue says approximately 50 quid. I'm going to say to you, the frames are worth 100 quid, and if you fancy having a go, put your hand in the air. If they're oleographs, they're worth what they're worth, but if they turn out to be oil on canvas, whoa, you've cracked it. I've got the 3 propulsion technicians here. Are you confident this morning?
Yeah, feeling good.
Any nerves, fellas?
No.
No, never nervous.
There wouldn't be, would there? They've just come back from the Gulf. This is just a walk in the park. The first lot is coming up now. Are we ready for liftoff, fellas?
Ready.
Let's do it. Here we go.
Lot 61 is the late Georgian provincial oak tea and card table. Bids on the book here, I can start it at £90. On the book, £90, it's a good start.
He knows what he's doing.
Do I hear? At £90, is it 5 now? At 95 I've got, 95, 95.
Yes.
Fill it up 100 here, at 100, 100, 110 if you want it there. At £100 and it's going to be sold
Good
at
start, boys.
£100. Is there any further advance? On £100.
Yes.
Brilliant.
40 quid. So that's plus 40. You sure you weren't in the antique game before you started this RAF?
The Dalton
Here
Star
we go.
Salt Glaze biscuit jar and cover. Who's going to start me on this one? 50 I've got there at 50. 5 now. 55, 60, 60, 5, 65, 70, 70, 5, 75, 80. 75 I have, 80 new plates, 80.
It's getting there.
85, 85
It's
I
break
have.
even.
£85, all done and finished.
85 quid, break even, no damage. I tell you what, that surprised me as well. Going in with the nurse's belt.
It's hallmarked Birmingham 1905. 40, madam. 40, 5, 45, 40 down here then at £40.
This is wiping out the profit. We need more money.
60. 55, the gentleman's bid at 55. One more might do it at 60. 60 if you want it. 60, 60, 5, sir. 65, 60 the bid's down here at £60 and it's going to be sold at 60. Any further advance? All done.
£60 minus 35 on that. Well, you're just there, boys. You were £40. You lost £35. You're still flying because there's £5 profit. Chocks away. Come on, lads. The next lot is 247. The nice pair, what appear to be oil paintings, but are they a process? I think they're a process. The estimate is only 50 quid. The frames are worth 100 quid.
What am I bid for these? Come on, who's going to start me at £50 for these? 50 for these, surely. 30 then. 30, I'm bid 30.
They're
40,
cheap.
50, 60, 70, 70, 80, 80, 90, 100, 110, 110, 120, 130, 140, 130, the bid's here, 140, 150.
There's hands going up.
150, 140 I've got here.
Do they fancy they may be an oil painting?
200, 220.
They're still going.
200, the bid's here at £200. Is it 20 now? I still think they're reasonable.
Do you want a bid?
At 200 they go.
Come on.
At 200,
You've got to make your mind quickly.
£200.
£200. Was it a great buy? Were the originals? Were the oleographs? I don't think they were, but they were still a good buy. Now, I'm talking with a rather excited lady here today. You're on a very special mission. First of all, your name.
Judy Lambert.
And why are you here, Judy?
You have a wonderful silver scent bottle.
We have.
and it was made by my great-great-grandfather, William Hutton.
What's all this about Hutton doing things for the Titanic? Nice pieces of silver?
Yes, he designed all the silver that sadly sunk with the Titanic.
Well, we're hoping our piece won't sink today. Are you going to give it a good go in the bidding?
I'm going to have a very spirited go.
Fingers crossed. It's time for the blue team, the other three propulsion engineers here. Right, how do you feel, Stan, Matt and Brett?
I feel good.
Pretty confident, yeah.
Look a little bit nervous. I mean, big lads like you, you've been out there doing your bit for the country. This is nothing for you lads.
Yeah, still a bit nervy though.
And we move to lot 85, is W.S. Hutton and Sons. This is the Edwardian silver-capped scent bottle. Birmingham 1906 is the hallmark. It's got the monogram there. £80.
It's going to go.
£80 at £90. 100, madam.
Straight in.
110 if you want it. 110? No, 100 I've got in the centre. Have another one surely. At £100, going to be sold at 100 if you're all done. All finished.
£100. The people that came for it, they got it.
20 quid.
Plus 20. Now the travelling clock. It's quality, it's pretty. It's 150 quid. Can it make the money? We'll see.
100 I'm bid. 100, 120, 140, sir. 140, 160 is it? At 100.
140. It's into profit.
220, 220, 240, madam. 220 the bid.
Oh, you're flying now, boys.
On my right at 220. I think it's worth more at 220. 240 if you like.
I think it's worth more too.
Sir? Is that one more? 240? No, 220 by the door at 220. All done.
Yes.
Get in.
That makes £70. £70 plus 20 makes 90.
Very pretty little pair of salts here. What am I bid for these? 100 I'm bid. 100. The bid's there at £100. £100 it is. At 120 if you like. At 120 if you like. 120, 120, 140, sir.
We're okay.
160, 160, 180, 180, 200, 200. 190 if you like, madam. One more.
You're in there, boys.
190. At 180, the bit 190, 190, 200. At 190 with the lady here, at 190, at 190. Is it 200 now? Is it 200, sir? Have one more, you might do it. At £190, it's going to be sold on my left at 190. Yours.
£190, so what? We lost 10 quid on that. They were £90 up. They are 90. They are £80 up. Gentlemen, come this way, sir. Chocks away. What a win. Come on, boys. I've got a very happy lady stood next to me. You acquired the scent bottle.
I did.
And what did you pay for it?
£100.
What were you prepared to pay for it?
Oh, anything.
Anything? And we could have made such a profit.
It was a steal.
It was a steal. Congratulations. What a buy.
Thank you.
Did you get it right? The biggest loss at £35 was the nurse's belt. The Edwardian travelling clock made the biggest profit, a cool £70. We'll announce the winner of the competition in next week's programme. Bargain hunters, we've had a successful conclusion to today's operations here in Stratford. The guys from the RAF, they've done us proud. A small win on this side, but a good win of £5. Congratulations to you. Have you enjoyed the day?
It's been wonderful.
I tell you what, it's been a pleasure having you guys on the show. There's your £5 quid. But over on this side, whoa, what a lift-off. A prize of 80 quid. Rarely seen on Bargain Hunt. What are you going to spend the money on?
The combined money is going to go to a children's hospice in Leicestershire.
I tell you what, we'd expect nothing less from the gentlemen of our armed forces. See you next time. Bye for now. Hang on, there it is. Okay.